Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your Professor Conscious here at Sellout University. Welcome to the freshman class 2026. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the need to earning your blackness back because allegedly all of you that are now enrolled here at this not so prestigious university has lost your black card.
Is 5 minutes with Mike. Our news, our voice, our issues. Believe that. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Mike. I'm your host, Michael Beckford. And you guys have all seen the lineup of the freshman class 2026 new incoming applicants to Sellout University. For those that you did not see the previous class of individuals that were welcomed to Sellout University, you guys can watch the previous video in the link description below. And so let's talk about the candidates. We're going to get right into the candidates for, not candidates, I'm sorry, they're not candidates. They're all a part of, allegedly a part of Sellout University in regards to, for many different reasons, these individuals are a part of our freshman class. So let's go ahead and give them a hand clap for the members in our freshman class of Sellout University. All right. And as you guys previously heard the professor say, many of these individuals unfortunately has lost their black card for one reason or another. All right. So starting off, we're going to talk about former officer Tantrum. He still claims to be an officer, although he hasn't been a police officer in a while now. He's mostly been a media personality that is vehemently anti-black for the most part. Anything that's white tea is right tea, and that's pretty much his stick. He's been gaining a lot of pushback in regards to the situation that recently happened with Nolan Wells. He went out there to Horn Island in Mississippi to talk to the alleged supposed friends of Nolan Wells, right? Exclamation mark. And pretty much, he pretty much gave them the biggest hall pass in the world in regards to, oh yeah, did you commit a crime and do this? Oh no, Johnny, I didn't do it. It's just so open-ended questions that obviously, if you ask somebody, you have 5 cookies, and then you told them not to eat your cookies, and you say, hey, did you eat 2 of my cookies? You're like, no, dude, I ate 2 of your cookies. I didn't even know they were there. Okay, wink, wink. So, yeah, Officer Tatum, a.k.a. Officer Tantrum, like I said, he's been heavy on the news. He also got cooked vehemently by Nancy Grace recently on her show.
Officer Tatum, are you telling me that they had reception on Horn Island? Because many people are saying, well, the reason that there's nothing on Nolan's phone, like there's no pictures, there's no snaps, there's no text, there's no anything, not because it was deleted, but because he didn't have reception. But you're telling me the other boys did have snaps, photos, videos, and reception?
Yeah, no, Nancy, let me clarify this for you. It wasn't that they uploaded this online. They showed me videos and things that they took from the boat during the outing on 4th of July. I was personally out at Horn Island. I rode out there on a boat, and I didn't have great reception there. And I left my phone in the boat when I got into the water, and we were actually going out to do interviews.
Objection. You've been in court long enough to know you're going to get objections. You said you didn't have great reception, but you did have reception, did you not?
No, there was reception there. It just wasn't great, and it wasn't great enough for people, in my opinion, to upload. You can make a phone call potentially, but you wasn't going to upload data to a social media account. When I listened to the CETO call, you could tell that the call dropped out several times. It seemed like they were having trouble at times hearing each other. So it is consistent. And anybody that travel out there that have gone to the 4th of July celebration, they know that the reception is not very great. So the videos that they showed me in call logs were things that were not associated to social media. It was, pictures and videos that they took on their phone.
because of some of the discretions in regards to polygraphs that supposedly did, but actually wasn't done by the boys. And the boys I'm speaking of were Nolan Wells' friends. He also has recently been on the Jubilee show, doing his little sellout tap dance for, his paymasters when it comes down to it. And that's what it is. It's a grift. It's a very huge grift when it comes down to former officer, wannabe football player, Tantrum, in regards to his recent media blitz. And anything for the most part that's for, the Caucasian community, Officer Tantrum is for. Anything when it comes down to the black community, guilty, or they were wrong in some kind of way. All right? That's his deal.
This episode of 5 Minutes with Mike is brought to you by the upcoming children's book Mila Don't Do That by Michael D. Beckford and Mila D. Beckford. You turned on the stove without my permission. Mila, don't do that. You knocked over the toys and now you made a mess. Mila, don't do that.
Mila, Don't Do That is now available for pre-order. Link in the description below. Next up, let's talk about the Hodge twins, all right?
The cops ripped this girl out of the car. Her boyfriend comes to her defense and ends up getting beat down in front of her and his mama.
You have a medical marijuana card?
I don't have a medical marijuana card.
So why were you watching this?
He actually asked the police officer, "Why are you watching us?" That's what they literally do for a living. Watch people.
We both smell marijuana, so step out. Step out of the car, I'm gonna pull you out.
Yeah, the car saw me smell weed and they're trying to pull me out and do like,
Okay, come on.
that's your stuff.
Dude, get off the phone.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I'm about to grab you.
Don't
Step out of the
don't
car.
you dare
now.
touch-
Step out.
Don't you dare touch me.
Stop. Slammed her on the ground. What's your badge number?
Hey, get back.
What's your badge
Get
number?
back. You wanna go to jail too?
Alright.
Get on the sidewalk. Just stand here.
Okay.
Just, can you come chow over here for me, man?
This retard is still on the phone.
Do
I'm
not
not
put
gonna-
your
I have
hands
no
on me.
reason to
Put your
touch
hands
you.
on me. I'm putting my hands
Okay.
He said, if you put your hands on me, I will put my hands on you.
Go
Walk
back
over
off!
there. Walk
No!
over there.
I'm not walking nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk like you
Stay
just
over
told me.
here. Okay,
You
stay
said go on the
over here.
sidewalk.
Why are you
I'm on the
standing?
sidewalk.
His prefrontal cortex is overheating.
Are you telling me to do different stuff, you dumbass?
Why are you
You're a
standing?
rookie.
Okay, grab him.
I'm staying on the
Grab.
sidewalk. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on this. No.
Get me out of here.
These two idiots were meant for each other.
I'm not doing anything, dude. Stop. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing.
You're actually resisting right now, so you're not doing nothing.
Bro, I wasn't doing nothing. Stop. 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 Yes, right. Just let go. Give us your arm. Ow. Ow. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Okay.
So funny, man. These people can never breathe. Can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Hey, I just pulled this out of his ass, okay? Yes, so get back.
Mom, I did not have that on me.
This dude thinks the cops don't have body cameras on. Everything's being recorded.
This just came out of his pants, okay? So step back.
I listened to everything they said. Everything they said. Yeah, wait, do they have the body cam footage though, right? Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, what do you think some of that body camera footage? And they found a gun on you. But thank God they got that body camera footage, right?
These brothers allegedly are some of the biggest sellouts just as well, because of the fact that, once again, their whole grift is if it's black, it's not right. If it's white, all right, And, when it comes down to the Hodge twins, they're pretty much a duplicate of themselves. They will do and say anything to tap dance for those that are paying their bills, and also that gives them clicks. Because ultimately, in this click currency, it's more profitable to speak negatively about blacks when you're black and twins than to do the opposite. Okay, let me get to this other guy, which I think he's one of the most corny clout chasers around, and that's Myron Gaines. Okay,
Look, let me be very clear about this. I understand your girlfriend, but this is our show. We run it the way that we want. So
okay,
if
I'm
she's
just
speaking,
She's very hot when she sticks up for transgenders.
Yeah. So
I like this side of her. I've never got to see.
Dude, control your girl. Control your girl. I'm serious. Control your girl.
Really?
Yes, control your girl. She's acting crazy right now. Control your woman.
Are you? I don't think she's acting crazy.
She's good. She don't know where she at, man. Control your woman.
Okay, enough. Change the topic.
Look, let me be
That's just
extremely
fucking
clear about
go.
this.
Shame on you.
Yo, let me be extremely clear about this.
Don't cry.
You can bully us,
Look,
right?
Myron Gaines, he loves to spew the N-word all over the place, and I mean he's not FBA, okay? So he's not foundational Black American. He's from another African country, but once again, I mean, as you guys can kind of see the rolling theme, his grift is usually taking a side of, anything other than black when it comes down to it. And so Myron Gaines, to me, is a clown. He doesn't actually stand on any particular principles. And when you watch you can watch some clips off his show, Fresh and Fit, and you see, they have Caucasian individuals coming on, and they allow them to just spew the N-word like it's just Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? No problem. We don't mind as black people being disrespected by your people, because this is what allows us to be able to do our rage bait. This what allows us to be able to actually have some sort of relevance, and this allows us once again to pay our bills. Myron Gaines wants to be, he talks about blacks being victims, but I feel like he wants to be a victim so bad, as he runs around clout chasing, not knowing what the F he's talking about, and most time the dude just makes no sense. Once again, he can't hang around real blacks, and also allegedly there may also be some questions in regards to, let's just say, certain attractions. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Now, I want to talk about another a dude that's I don't really honestly know much about him, but I've seen some clips of this dude, and for the sake of time, I just have to say that this dude is a raccoon, and not only that, just if you watch his videos, I mean, he's going in. I'm not even gonna say his name, but the dude is going in. Andre is part of his name, but I ain't gonna say his whole name. But this dude is going in on black women. He's going in on the black community, saying things like you guys are just have bastard kids, calling women the B word, going just a slander, just going out of his way as a young black man to slander the black community overall. And guess what? He goes viral because the powers that be loves his content. Of course, they eat it up. And they're just in the comment, yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, you're right. La, 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 la. I don't want no hoochie mama. I don't want no Shaniqua. I don't want this. So you have this, like I said, this raccoon. And I think he plays, to me, when I look at him and the way he talks and all that stuff, I feel like he's playing a caricature of himself. As honestly, many of these guys really are. I don't believe when many of these guys go home and they go to bed and sleep at night, I don't think that they can really justify within themselves, after all the cameras go off, after all the BS meter goes and winds down, that within themselves, I don't think they can really feel good. And especially when you are allegedly selling out your own people. So, yeah, Mr. Andre the Raccoon, welcome to Sellout University freshman class.
When we talk about black fatigue, that's a very social media term, but it's also a reality. It's a growing tiredness that everyone has of black people's behavior. And you can see it on social media. It's right there. I don't think anyone's getting anything wrong. I think we're seeing how people are frustrated and tired of how black people are behaving. And then you got black people who just promote this shit. They promote it even more. They put it out there. They say it and reinforce the truth of, you know what? You're proving my point here by saying these things. You're proving my point by putting this on social media. You're proving my point by doing and saying everything that you're showing us. So I don't think there's anything wrong on social. I think the algorithm is doing what the algorithm was intended to do: push out videos, get people on the platform, and people happen to be seeing the truth now. Especially when we have so many people on social media now after COVID. I mean, that's what pushed a lot of people on the internet, COVID. And now everyone can look at what's going on from across the country, what's going on over here, and they're saying like, damn, things are really fucked up. And black people are really like, y'all need to get it together.
Now, I want to talk about this last, there's 4 boys. Well, not 4 boys, I'm sorry, 4 young men. They're not boys at all. 4 young men, which call themselves the Cartier family. I'm not sure 100% if that's their family name. If it is, great. If it isn't, I can care less. All right. But I also want to call them the anti-black family. All right. Because once again, I saw a video. Literally, I saw a video with them watching Nick Fuentes just basically roast the black community.
I think black people are not irredeemable. But there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel. And, you know, look, nobody hates black people for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare. And I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative. Most people's interactions with black people is when you're stuck in traffic and you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the fuck? You're not supposed to do that. If everybody did that, it would just be another lane. And, you know, not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't apply to them. They have no respect for society. Like that's their interaction is they are a waiter and they wait on a black table and the black people don't tip and they're fucking rude. Like that's most people's interactions. It's stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. That people don't, it's unpleasant. People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking. If you live your life and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings and shootings that you see in Chicago are by black people, when you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people. And you equate that with danger. And it doesn't take a lot of them to spoil the whole bunch like that. And we just want black people to take accountability and say, look, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. It just seems that every time I encounter you people, for the most part, it's negative. And sometimes...
And they were just looking just straight-eyed at the camera, and they have, they have a little setup with like a TV in the screen, whatever, as they're reviewing videos. And literally, Nick Fuentes was roasting the black community, and these guys were all for it. They didn't flinch. They didn't, they were like, and at one point I was like, are they real? Like, are they for real? For real? They can't be for real. Like, they were agreeing, they were salivating at every word that Nick Fuentes, which we all know that Nick Fuentes is not a, he is anti-black, okay? And so the Cartier, so I also went down the rabbit hole of some of the Cartier family's videos, and anything in regards to the black community, it's always the same stick. It's black bad, black people bad, white people good. Black people bad, white people good. And so, at the end of the day, with the Cartier family, I'm so happy to welcome them to the freshman class of Sellout University, because these young men, I don't understand how they, as young men, and they, now mind you, these are young men, and some can look like the stereotypical black that white people do not like. I don't see how they can walk outside, walk into the stores, their neighborhood stores, and things of that nature, and not feel uncomfortable at times in the skin that they're in. Because I know I do. I know I get certain looks. I know I feel certain, like I'm getting looked at in the stores and things that nature. But these boys, and not just them, I keep calling them boys, but these young men, and all of these young men, all these individuals, for the most part here in the freshman class of Sellout University, they gotta understand, and they have to have experienced, discrimination at some points or another. But because of the fact that they're working towards getting a particular bag, and they understand that the quickest way to get in that bag is by spewing anti-black, dissentment, then they will continue to do what they're doing, even when it means to agree with a character or individual like Nick. Okay, they'll continue to do it. And when I saw that video with the Cartier anti-black family, agreeing with Fuentes, ooh, lordy, Fuentes is every word. Oh yeah, I was completely turned off by them. I knew from that moment, even before the conception of this university, that they belong to a place like this. And so, here you guys have it. This is the freshman class of Sellout University. All right. All of these individuals at one point or another have allegedly sold out the black community. And in some ways, they may have even sold their souls. All right, guys, this is 5 Minutes with Mike. I'm your host. Thank you for watching and listening. Please sound off in the comments, like this video, and also hype this video as well. Thank you. Have a blessed day. This presentation of 5 Minutes with Mike is brought to you by the groundbreaking book HOMEBOYS by Michael D. Beckford. See what other individuals have to say about this book. Then grab your copy today wherever books are sold.